I want you to take a deep breath with me right now. Just one breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Because what I'm about to share with you might just change everything you thought you knew about that weight you've been carrying around. You know the one I'm talking about. That old hurt that shows up uninvited at 3 in the morning. That memory that makes your chest tight when it crosses your mind. That thing you thought you'd gotten over, until suddenly you haven't. Here's what nobody tells you about forgiveness. It's not about them. It never was. I see you. I see you carrying that backpack full of stones, each one with a name on it. Someone who hurt you, someone who left, someone who said that thing, someone who didn't show up. And you've been lugging this collection around like it's your job, like somehow the weight proves you were right to be hurt, like letting go would mean what happened didn't matter. But sweet friend, you're not a storage facility for other people's mistakes. You're a living, breathing miracle, and those stones are crushing your beautiful spirit. Let me tell you something funny, in that not really funny way. We humans are absolutely brilliant at holding grudges. We can remember with perfect clarity something someone said to us in 1983, but we can't remember where we put our keys 5 minutes ago. We've got hard drives in our heads dedicated to cataloging every slight, every disappointment, every betrayal, playing them on repeat like some terrible greatest hits album we never asked for. And here's the kicker. The person who hurt us, they're out there living their life, probably haven't thought about it in years. Meanwhile, we're over here giving them free rent in our minds, redecorating the place with our pain, and paying the utilities with our peace. The challenge you're facing right now isn't really about what happened to you. I know that sounds wild, but stay with me. What happened, happened. That's in the past, frozen in time, unchangeable. The real challenge is what's happening inside you right now, today, in this present moment. It's the story you keep telling yourself about what happened. It's the meaning you've attached to it. It's the way you've let that past pain become your present identity. You've essentially given someone else the pen to your life story, and they're not even in the room anymore. Here's what we know from both ancient wisdom and modern science. Your body doesn't know the difference between something that happened 20 years ago and something happening right now. When you replay that painful memory, when you rehearse that old argument, when you imagine confronting that person who wronged you, your body responds as if it's happening in real time. Your heart rate increases. Your stress hormones flood your system. Your muscles tense up. You're essentially re-traumatizing yourself over and over again, volunteering for pain that's already done its damage. Your beautiful body is trying to protect you from a threat that no longer exists, and it's exhausting both of you. There's a concept I want you to understand deeply. It's about the difference between pain and suffering. Pain is what happened. Suffering is what you do with it afterward. Pain is inevitable in this human experience. We're going to get hurt. People will disappoint us. Life will knock us down. That's just part of being alive, part of having a tender heart in a sometimes harsh world. But suffering, that's optional. Suffering is when we take that pain and we marinate in it, season it with resentment, serve it back to ourselves every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We become chefs in the kitchen of our own misery, and honey, it's time to close that restaurant. Let me share something that might shift your perspective entirely. Forgiveness isn't about condoning what happened. It's not about saying it was okay. It's not about reconciling with someone who harmed you or letting them back into your life. It's not about being weak or being a doormat or pretending you weren't hurt. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the prison of perpetual pain. It's about taking back your power. It's about deciding that your peace matters more than your need to be right about how wrong they were. You're not doing this for them. You're doing this for you, because you deserve to be free. Think about it this way. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to get sick. It's like setting yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. It's completely backwards. And yet we do it all the time because we think somehow our suffering will make them understand, make them sorry, make them pay. But the only person paying is you. And the currency is your joy, your health, your present moment, your future possibilities. That's too high a price, my love. You can't afford it anymore. So let's talk about how to actually do this. How do you release something that feels so deeply embedded in your story? How do you let go of pain that's become familiar, almost comfortable in its predictability? Here's the beautiful truth. You do it gently, one small step at a time, with enormous compassion for yourself. This isn't a race. There's no deadline. There's no forgiveness police coming to check if you've done it right. This is a journey, and you get to take it at your own pace. First step, and this is crucial, you have to acknowledge what actually happened. Not the story about what happened, but the facts. This person said this. This person did that. This situation occurred. We skip this step all the time and jump straight to trying to forgive, but you can't release what you haven't first acknowledged. Write it down if you need to. Say it out loud. Tell a trusted friend or therapist. Let yourself see clearly what you're working with. No exaggeration, no minimizing, just the truth. This happened, and it hurt. Period. Second, feel your feelings about it. I know, we're supposed to be all about positive thinking and good vibes, and we are, but not at the expense of denying reality. You have to feel it to heal it. If you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad. If you're confused or betrayed or heartbroken, feel that too. Your feelings are valid. They're information. They're energy that needs to move through you, not get stuck inside you. Give yourself permission to have the full human experience of this pain. Set a timer if you need to. Have a good cry. Punch a pillow. Write an angry letter you'll never send, whatever helps you move that energy. But don't set up camp there. Feel it, express it, and then start to release it. Third, understand that hurt people hurt people. This doesn't excuse what was done to you, but it does provide context. That person who wounded you, they were operating from their own pain, their own wounds, their own unconscious patterns. They were doing the best they could with the tools they had at the time, even if their best was pretty terrible. This isn't about making them right. It's about making you free. When you can see them as a flawed, struggling human rather than as a villain in your story, something shifts. Compassion creeps in, not necessarily for them, but for the whole messy situation. And compassion is the soil where forgiveness grows. Fourth, separate the person from the behavior. You can forgive someone without liking them, without trusting them, without wanting them in your life. You can release your attachment to their wrongdoing without saying the wrongdoing was acceptable. You're not giving them a pass. You're giving yourself permission to move on. The behavior was wrong. The choice was hurtful. And also, you're choosing not to carry it anymore. Both things can be true. Fifth, and this is where it gets really powerful, start working with affirmations. I'm going to give you some in a moment, but here's why they matter. Your mind believes what you tell it repeatedly. Right now, you've been telling it a story of victimhood, of pain, of injustice. Those neural pathways are well worn. We're going to create new pathways, new stories, new beliefs. Every time you repeat an affirmation, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're choosing a different channel. You're writing a new ending. And it works, but only if you do it consistently, with intention, with feeling. Sixth, practice releasing rituals. There's something powerful about physical actions that symbolize internal shifts. Write down everything you're ready to release on paper. Then burn it safely or tear it up. Imagine putting all your pain in a balloon and watching it float away. Visualize cutting energetic cords between you and the person who hurt you. Take a salt bath and imagine the pain washing away. These might seem silly, but they send a clear message to your subconscious that you're serious about letting go. Your mind and body respond to ceremony, to ritual, to symbolic action. Seventh, replace the old story with a new one. This is critical. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you release the pain but don't put something else in its place, it'll creep back in. So what's your new story? Maybe it's that you're a survivor. Maybe it's that you've grown stronger. Maybe it's that this experience taught you what you don't want and pointed you toward what you do want. Maybe it's simply that you're choosing peace over being right. Find a narrative that empowers you, that honors your experience without keeping you stuck in it, and practice telling yourself that story instead. Let me give you the affirmations now. Repeat these with me, out loud if you can, hand on your heart, with all the love you can muster. I forgive myself for holding on to pain that no longer serves me. I am willing to see this situation differently. I release all resentment and I choose peace. I am free from the past. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. I forgive those who have hurt me and I set myself free. I am worthy of peace, joy, and love right now. My past does not define my future. I am creating a new story starting today. I release all pain and I embrace healing. I am safe to let go. I trust the process of life. Everything that happened led me to this moment of freedom. I choose love over fear. I choose peace over pain. I am free. I am healed. I am whole. Here's something else that might help. Every time that old memory pops up, every time you start to rehearse that pain, I want you to imagine a big red stop sign. Literally picture it in your mind. Then say out loud or in your head, "Thank you for sharing, but I'm not going there today." Then immediately redirect your attention to something in the present moment. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice 5 things you can see. Take 3 deep breaths. You're training your mind to stop going down that old familiar path. It'll resist at first because habit is strong, but you're stronger. You're the one in charge here. One more thing about the timeline of forgiveness. It's not linear. You might feel like you've forgiven someone completely, and then something triggers you and you're right back in it, and you think you've failed. You haven't. Healing happens in layers. You might forgive the same thing 100 times before it finally sticks. That's normal. That's human. That's the process. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every moment you choose peace, even if the next moment you're back in pain. You're doing it. You're healing. It's working, even when it doesn't feel like it. I also want to address something important. If someone genuinely harmed you, if there was abuse or trauma or deep betrayal, please know that forgiveness doesn't mean you have to tell them, see them, or have anything to do with them ever again. You can forgive someone from a distance. You can release them energetically while maintaining clear boundaries physically. Forgiveness doesn't require reconciliation. It doesn't require them to apologize or even acknowledge what they did. It's a gift you give yourself, independent of their participation. Your healing is not contingent on their awareness or their remorse. You get to be free whether they ever understand or not. And listen, some days forgiveness will feel impossible. Some days you'll wake up and that old anger will be right there, fresh as the day it was born. On those days, just be gentle with yourself. Say, "Today I'm struggling, and that's okay. I'm still committed to my healing, even if today feels hard. Tomorrow is a new day. Every moment is a chance to begin again." There's no failure here, only practice. You're learning a new way of being, and that takes time. The beautiful thing about releasing past pain is that it creates space. Space for new experiences, new relationships, new possibilities. You've been so full of old hurt that there's been no room for fresh joy. But as you empty out that backpack of stones, as you release those heavy stories, as you forgive and let go, you become lighter, you become available, you become open to receive all the good that's trying to reach you. Life can't pour blessings into a cup that's already full of bitterness. So, you're making room. You're preparing yourself for something better. I want you to do something for me right now. Close your eyes for just a moment and imagine the version of yourself who is completely free from this past pain. See them clearly. How do they stand? How do they move through the world? What's the energy around them? What does their face look like? That's who you really are underneath all this weight you've been carrying. That's your natural state. That's who you're becoming with every step of this forgiveness journey. You're not trying to become someone new. You're simply returning to who you've always been beneath the pain. You're coming home to yourself. Here's your call to action, the thing I want you to do the moment this ends. Choose one affirmation from what I shared. Write it down and say it to yourself 10 times while looking in the mirror. Just one affirmation 10 times with feeling. Notice what comes up. Notice any resistance. Notice any emotion. Just observe it with curiosity and compassion. That's your starting point. That's your first small step toward freedom. And if that feels like too much, then just take 3 deep breaths and say, "I am willing to heal." That's enough. That's everything. Willingness is where it all begins. Tomorrow, do it again. And the next day, and the next. Make it a practice, a daily act of self-love and liberation. Put a reminder in your phone. Stick a note on your bathroom mirror. Make this a non-negotiable appointment with your own healing. You've spent so long maintaining your pain, giving it attention and energy and care. Now redirect all that effort toward your freedom. You deserve that investment. You're worth it. I want to leave you with this final thought. Forgiveness is not a one-time event. It's a practice, a choice you make over and over again until one day you realize you're thinking about something else entirely. One day you'll notice that person's name doesn't make your heart race anymore. One day you'll realize you went a whole week without replaying that old scene. One day you'll feel genuinely happy for the first time in years, and you'll understand that you're free. That day is coming. Keep going. Keep choosing. Keep releasing. Keep forgiving. Keep loving yourself through this process. You are so much more than what happened to you. You are powerful beyond measure. You are worthy of peace, of joy, of love, of freedom. And it all starts with this decision, this moment, this breath. You're ready. You've always been ready. Now go be free. Go be light. Go be the beautiful, healed, whole person you came here to be. I believe in you. Now go believe in yourself. And hey, if this resonated with you, if something shifted, drop a comment and let me know. Tell me what you're ready to release. Share your favorite affirmation. Let's create a community of people who are choosing freedom over pain. And subscribe so we can keep walking this healing path together. You're not alone in this. We're all finding our way back to wholeness, one breath, one choice, one moment of forgiveness at a time. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You're doing beautifully.